Good evening, our Flowites, past chairs, and all who have joined us from Flow Chapter Pan India, and our esteemed guest, Ms. Shivani Agrawal. We are praying for each one struggling with COVID to recover the soonest. I would like to start the session with this quote from Gulzar Sahab. हिम्मत कर, सब्र कर, बिखर कर भी संवर जाएगा, यकीन कर, शुक्र कर, वक्त ही तो है, गुजर जाएगा. मैं अनुभा आनंद, कमिटी मेंबर फिकी फ्लो 2021-22 आप सबका तहे दिल से स्वागत करती हूँ. We are all facing the most unprecedented times right now, and I'm sure in these times we all are facing some problem or the other. Yet to see you all attending this session and taking time out is truly commendable. We wish to begin our year by learning the art of gratitude, healing, and abundance with our presenter today, Ms. Shivani Agrawal. आज शिवानी जी के साथ मुझे विश्वास है कि इस सेशन के अंत में हमें इस मुश्किल समय से गुजरने का हौसला, ना कि सिर्फ गुजरने का, बल्कि खुशी से गुजरने का हौसला जरूर मिलेगा. Now, I would like to invite Ms. Meetu Kohli, Chairperson FICCI Flow Indore 2021-22, to please give the chairperson address. Over to you, Meetu.
Thank you, Anuba. And a very good evening to everyone. I think Shivani ji has entered.
Yes, I have.
Okay. Good evening, Shivani ji, and a very good evening to all our respected past chairs, my fellow Flowites, and all the GB members who have honored us by joining here today. As Thornton Wilder quotes, we can be said alive only in those moments when our hearts are conscious of all the immense that we have. We do often take for granted the very little things that most deserve our gratitude. Being alive, being healthy, loved, food on our plates, etc., etc., can just be a few out of the long, long list. And today, Shivaniji will hold our hands to guide us into a journey to learn the simple yet not so easily accomplished art of gratefulness. I extend a very warm welcome to Shivaniji for accepting our invitation and joining us here today to counsel us how to sail smoothly under these difficult times. Before we proceed, I would like to shed some light on a few of the initiatives started by Team Flow Indore 21-22 in the last few weeks. Our Fight the Hunger campaign has been able to provide consistent meals to the migrant frontline workers and laborers stranded on the railway stations now continuously for the last 3 weeks. All thanks to our dear members who contributed generously and are still doing the same. Our Breath for Life pranayam sessions have picked up very well and slowly and steadily increasing. We now have a large community of people, not only from Flow Indore, but Flow chapters pan India with us every day learning the correct skills of breathing the pranayas into our bodies. And I can vouch each one is loving it. Thanks to our instructor, Deepthi Kani. Our next initiative we are taking and starting from tomorrow mostly is Mother a Tree, where we plan to create a Fiki Flow Green ecosystem, which we call our own Flow Indore Flow Forest over a barren land adopted by Flow Indore. Each tree here will be geotagged so that the owner of the tree can track its growth and well-being. The cost of each such tree will be rupees 151 only. You can contact our COP head Rachna Mittal for any further details. In the coming weeks, we are planning some very, very effective workshops on emotional and mental well-being, along with some exclusive workshops from trainers across the country. This is the time we can actually use to work on our own selves and be ready to bounce back with greater strength once the things come back to normal. In fact, I think that we are in a very tough time, but it's also a truth that the toughest of situations are bestowed upon the strongest. On the other side of storm is always a silver lining. Let's together carve that silver lining today. I cannot move ahead without extending my deepest gratitude to my whole team who has been working diligently to put up this event in a situation in spite of some or the other challenge happening at each one's end. You girls are superstars. And now, not wasting any more time and wishing all of you lots of wellness, happiness, and abundance, I request my team to proceed further. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Meetu. Before we proceed, I would like to let you all know that we have 3 punctuality giveaways to give by the end of this session, which would be picked amongst the first 15 entries received out of the members who would be logged into the entire session from beginning to end. These names would be announced at the end of the session, decided on chit picking. So please hang on, everyone. Also, if any of you may have any questions, you can kindly post your questions in the chat box and Shivani ji would be taking up those questions after her talk. Shivani ji would also be announcing 2 winners for the best questions asked. So, without further delay, let's together learn beautiful arts to live a beautiful life. I would like to welcome Ms. Rachna Mittal, our COP Head 2021-22, to please introduce our speaker for today, Ms. Shivani Agrawal. Over to you, Rachna.
Thank you, Anubha. Hello, everyone. I, Rachna Mittal, Community Outreach Program Head, feels privileged to introduce Ms. Shivani Agrawal on Flow Indore platform. Shivaniji is an English Honours graduate from Loreto College, Kolkata. She spent formative 16 years in a beautiful mountain home in Darjeeling. She considers education is not only the best investment in learning of facts, but also the training of the mind to think. Both her sons are engineers from top colleges in America. Shivaniji is a globetrotter. She believes traveling widens the horizon. Exposure to different cultures and countries is humbling. It feeds the soul too. She believes every person is entitled to a life full of abundance, prosperity, and happiness. She claims prosperity is our birthright. She joined her husband's ad agency and has 20 years of work experience as an advertising and marketing consultant. She is also involved in the conception of ad films and had the opportunity to work with various Bollywood celebrities. She has gained knowledge through innumerable workshops, having digested uncountable books, having experienced miracles firsthand. She intends to sharing it with the world. She has enjoyed a lot working with Bollywood ace directors, famous advertising consultants, and top industrialists too. This is her humble way of paying it forward. Shivaniji is heavily influenced by her parents, who practice gratitude and humility. Her father is our inspiration. Shivaniji is a big follower of Sadhguru. She has always been spiritually inclined and believes that the only way to contentment is sharing and practicing gratitude. Friends, she wants to create a tribe of like-minded people who are ready to partner her in a journey of gratitude. So, dear Flow members, let's journey together in this path of healing, abundance, and gratitude with Shivaniji. I promise you it will be worth your time. Now, I would like to invite Shivaniji to guide our Flow members into the journey of positivity and gratitude. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I always like to start my sessions with gratitude. And today too, I would like to start with gratitude for all my teachers, the books, my parents, my friends, my environment, who has made me what I am today. But more so, I would like to thank Indore, Neetu Kohli, Rachna ji, all these people who have believed in me and who wanted to start with something so beautiful as gratitude, who have understood, I feel, the core, that end of the day, positive thinking and gratitude is the only way to life. So, मैं बहुत शुक्रगुजार हूँ for giving me this opportunity. And I'm sure by the end of the session, you'll feel much better. I always do. So now, it's not going to be a very formal kind of thing. Okay, I'm going to tell you a little stories. Just relax, everybody. No going to sleep. Okay. And in the end, I'm going to teach you all a wonderful technique about how to, fruitify your dreams. So hang on, everybody there. So I'll just tell you the story. This is a true story which happened to me. As you know, this entire thing is called A Journey of Gratitude. It's about my life, my personal experiences that I share with you. So my bedroom window overlooks a beautiful jamun tree, in which there were jamuns and squirrels, and it was absolutely gorgeous. I wrote a Facebook post about it. I love taking pictures. So I have a photograph which I would like to show you. So this is the jamun tree which overlooks my bedroom right out there, and just look at the squirrels and the jamun and everything, right? And I'm originally from Kurseong, Darjeeling. So I have grown up with the mountains and the mist and greenery all around. And after getting married in Calcutta, this was one thing that really, really sustained me, because out of the window, I always felt I was in my mountain home in Kurseong. But then what happened? This jamun tree was actually in the plot which was behind my building, right in the edge. And I'm married for like 25 years now. 3 years ago, what happened was this plot got sold. Some promoter bought it, and now they were planning to obviously do a construction out there. So instantly, I felt as if, my life is going to crash, because mere man mein aane lag gaya, oh my God, now this jamun tree is going to get cut. Obviously, if there are a building out there, they're going to cut that jamun tree. And like the people took a lot of time, they have to lay the foundation, and the promoters take a lot of time making the building, though they had, bought the plot. So for 1 year, literally, I kept on thinking in my subconscious mind that fear had gone in, that, oh my God, now my jamun tree is going to get cut. Whenever I saw the jamun tree, instead of giving me joy, instead of making me happy anymore, it had become a mnemonic for fear. It had become something which was very, very negative for me. And I kept on in my mind. That ye jamun tree to ab cut jayega. Oh my God, what is going to happen? These promoters are so horrible. Why do they do such things? This is not good. And I went on, and that was in my bedroom. So you can imagine the number of times I must have seen it. Anyway, so I went for a trip somewhere out. And when I came back after 15 days, I see the entire tree has vanished. There are just 2-3, twig branches. And instantly I understood, okay, these promoters have cut the jamun tree. Why did they need to do it? It is right in the edge. Aisa kya tha? I was like really, really furious. But because I knew the owners, I called them up and told them, why have you cut the tree? Your construction is going to be right behind that. There is enough space. You didn't need to cut the tree. It was right in the edge. Then that person told me, but ma'am, we haven't cut the tree. Your people cut the tree. I said, what are you talking about? He said, no, please find out. Your people cut the tree. We haven't cut the tree. And I find out, actually, it was my own people, my own accountant and the driver. They went ahead and cut the tree because they thought there were too many squirrels, there were too many jamuns which were rotting, so it was creating dirt. And madam will be really very happy when she sees that everything is so neat and clean. So my point here, the point I'm trying to make with this example is that thoughts become things. Thoughts become things. If you keep on thinking something negative is going to happen, trust me, it is going to happen, and that too with a bang. हाँ, मेरे को वो आदमी लोगों को काटने का दरकार नहीं था, मेरे खुद के आदमी लोग काट दिए. So that's what I'm trying to tell you, that the subconscious mind, our entire topic is about how to activate the subconscious mind, right? So what I'm trying to tell you is, if in your subconscious mind, some kind of fear or some kind of negativity seeps in, and you keep on repeating that, and you keep on thinking about that, you will manifest that in your life. So please be careful about what you're thinking. Today, I'm going to talk about the subconscious mind and how powerful it is, and how it gives us the opportunity to manifest our dreams, our desires. But at the same time, if we do not control our thoughts, if we do not check our thoughts, we will manifest that which is not for our highest good, right? So thoughts become things. This should be your mantra. I think I've told everybody to get a pen and paper and red pen and all that, right? I would like everybody to write down, please, thoughts become things. I want you all to remember this. I need you all to understand that if something is in your subconscious mind, it will manifest, be it negative or positive. Like that, I'll just show you what the jamun tree is like now. अब मेरे को ये दिखता है, वो इतना beautiful ये cut के, now this is what I see because I manifested that. I kept on thinking and thinking, and now it is dry, and I see cement and I see concrete, and it is horrible. And I blame my mind because those people didn't cut it. I got it cut. My people cut it, right? So this is there are 1,000 examples like this, but I'm just giving you one example. Now this jamun tree has become my trigger. Whenever I see that little branch, instantly I check myself. No, I don't need to think negative. No, it may manifest. I have to be careful. I have to be mindful of my thoughts because thoughts become things, right? So it is in human nature that, we keep on thinking, we keep on worrying, we keep on getting anxious. So in order to stop that, we need to stop that because that is really, really powerful. We cannot underestimate our thoughts. We cannot underestimate our thoughts. And especially if it goes into your subconscious mind, then it will definitely manifest. So I just want to show you one slide which I made. I did a lot of research on subconscious mind. I have a lot of favorite authors and writers. And there's this particular slide that I've made which talks about the subconscious mind, which I'll share with you all. Then I'll teach you all certain techniques about how to activate the subconscious mind so that you are able to manifest your dreams, or at least lead a better life, a life which is joyful, a life which is full of gratitude, a life which, you know, you have to live. There's no choice. Until you die, you are alive, period. So somehow either either you cry and live, or you are happy and you live. That is your choice, absolutely. So now coming to the subconscious mind, I'll just share one small, okay. This whole thing is about Dr. Wayne Dyer. He's one of the very, renowned people who've done a lot of study in this. So he explains how the subconscious mind is something where you have to be very careful about what you're thinking and what you're doing. So please hear him out, then I'll explain everything if needed. Beta. Okay. So what Dr. Wayne Dyer is saying is that the subconscious mind has the power to manifest what we want. But the time before you sleep, okay, let me explain. Okay, there's this conscious mind and then there's the subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind is 3,000 times more powerful than a conscious mind. So if you imprint something into your subconscious mind, then that becomes true. The law of attraction works, your vibration changes, and you manifest your wishes faster. Okay, so there are many techniques to activate the subconscious mind. One of the main techniques which I'm going to teach you all about is called affirmations. So what is affirmation basically? Affirmations are short sentences, positive sentences that you go on repeating, and which your subconscious mind just picks up. It's called imprinting through repetition. In our culture, we always have these chants, right? The Om chanting or any chanting, it goes on and on and on. That same chant goes on and right? So that gets imprinted into our subconscious mind. Similarly, when we are children, we are told ki math ka table paro, 2 into 2 is what, 7 into 2 is what. So you don't have to think. When somebody just asks you what the timetable is, what the math table is, you know the answer because it is already there in your subconscious mind. And so how has that been done? That is being done through repetition. It's called imprinting through repetition. So one of the main ways to activate the subconscious mind or manifest what we want is through positive affirmations, which you keep on repeating, And like how Dr. Wayne Dyer said, if you do this thing just before you sleep, 3 to 5 minutes before you sleep, you do your positive affirmations and then you go to sleep, this is taken over by the subconscious mind. Now let me explain. Supposing you say, I am a money magnet. or that I'm totally healthy, that I have so much wealth. And actually, maybe you don't have. So your logical mind will tell you, oh my God, what are you talking? This is crazy. You're not, it's nonsense, utter nonsense, right? But you are not bothered about that. You have to just say that to your subconscious mind and go off to sleep. How they do it, how the subconscious mind behaves, how it gets it for you is none of your business. You just need to affirm this, repeat it, 21, it takes a minimum of 21 days to form a brand new pattern. So minimum 21 days, कुछ भी हम लोग affirmation करते हैं, minimum 21 days we have to do that. So before sleeping, if you give your subconscious mind your affirmations or your desires, it is the subconscious mind's duty to fulfill it. How it does it is none of your business. I'll just show you some example of affirmations, what I'm talking about. I am healthy, wealthy, wise. I'm a money magnet. I'm kind, general. These are all examples. You need to choose what you want right now. Supposing you are not healthy, okay? Right now, COVID is going on. Everybody is feeling very, very scared, right? So this is the time, maybe if you go to sleep, before you go to sleep, you say, I am safe, I am healthy, I am protected, I am absolutely in the pink of health. You go on repeating that, and repeat that in the last 3 minutes before you sleep, so that your subconscious mind gets into the alpha mode and it takes over. And through repetition, through imprinting, it will manifest your desires. So what you have to be very careful about is, what are the words that you put after I am? I am are two of the most powerful words in the human language. What you put behind them shapes your destiny. What you think, you speak. What you speak, you become. So please, before you say anything negative about yourself, remember that is an affirmation that you're doing. You cannot say, I am ugly, I am not smart, I don't have the confidence. No, after I am, you have to use something positive, because these are the two most important and powerful words in the human language. These are the affirmations that I'm talking about, which you need to repeat, which you need to imprint in your subconscious mind, and which will then fructify. So in fact, Abraham Hicks, one of my favorite writers, says that if you actually knew the power of your thought, then you would not think negative. In fact, in this book, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, that person had to go and take a shower under the Himalayan, waterfall, just because every time he had a negative thought. It is so powerful. So right now, what I'm trying to tell you is that everything depends on our mind. What you think, you become. Thoughts become things. Okay. So, okay, fine. All this is very good. It's very good to say that be positive. It is very good to say think only positive. But we are going through very critical times. It is human nature that you keep on thinking negative. It is human nature to worry. It is human nature that when you're seeing something not happening the way you want it, you will obviously get tensed. So how does one handle that? That is the time where you have to use gratitude, the magic of gratitude. So the best way to activate vibrations which activate the law of attraction is through gratitude. When you can, in a negative situation, instantly you have to think of 3-4 instances which are positive for you, which can trigger gratitude in spite of the negative situation. Let me give you another example. Everybody in their life, if you think of your life, you must be having some 3-4 gratitude triggers, some things which always make you feel good in the past, in the present, something which always you feel very, very grateful about. Please note them down. Those are called gratitude triggers. So when in your life you're going through problems, when you're going through the rigors, when you're in a negative state, instantly you need to see your gratitude triggers and change your vibration. See, everything is about vibration. Like I said, now what you think, you get. What you give out, you get. If you only give worry, anxiety, fear, you will get lots and lots of situations by the law of attraction, which are worry, anxiety, and fear. So if you give out worry, you will get worry. If you give out gratitude, which is the highest vibration, it is higher than love. Those who have done pranic healing, they know how to scan, vibrations. So gratitude is one notch above. So if you can change your vibration from fear to gratitude, from worry to gratitude, you will instantly start manifesting paths. You will give more and more and more situations. The universe will provide more and more situations where you can feel more and more grateful. This is called the law of attraction, and this never fails. It is foolproof. So give yourself the possibility to believe. Believe, like, believe in miracles. Believe, don't be a pessimist. Nobody knows enough to be a pessimist. This is another very famous quote. Nobody knows enough to be a pessimist. How do you know miracles don't? हम लोग बोलते हैं ना, इसके साथ तो miracle हुआ. What is that? That is because that mind has activated the law of attraction. That person has activated gratitude, which in turn has activated the law of attraction. So the core, if you do any kind of study, anything, you will realize that the core is always gratitude. That is the vibration that you need to find. So everybody, I feel the best way right now, especially with things going all haywire, please make a gratitude list. Make a list of gratitude triggers. Make a list of gratitude things which you can always fall back to you whenever you're feeling unhappy, because you cannot allow your vibrations to be negative. You cannot allow negative thinking because you will attract more and more. It's the law of attraction. It is a very basic principle. And like I said, please believe that miracles happen. I'll just give you an example. I'm talking to you today. I've already spoken for so long, right? Trust me, there was a time, some like 8 years back, where I couldn't speak. I'm just going to tell you about my voice right now. Why I believe in miracles, why I want you to believe in miracles. If it can happen with me, it can happen with you too. There is no difference. We are all the same, right? It is just about the belief. So some 8 years back, I suddenly had a node in my thyroid gland, and because I had tuberculosis also, and we went for a CT scan and we realized there was a node in my thyroid gland. And then we went to the doctor and the doctor said, maybe it's cancerous. So and then we went to an oncologist and he said that, okay, it may be cancerous, so we'll have to remove your thyroid gland. So obviously I lost sleep and I kept thinking, what will I do? My hair will go away. How will I handle it? I was really, really scared. Anyway, so the surgery happened. And after the surgery, I became to know that, no, I don't have cancer. So that was fabulous. I was sorted out. But then I was in the hospital for a week, but I couldn't talk. I kept on, because I had tuberculosis also, I was coughing a lot. So the doctor kept telling me ki khansi hai, isse baat nahi kar pa rahe ho. Maybe gala baitha hua hai. You know how we think, right? So I went on and on, but a week passed, then they released me. Then I come home, but still I'm not able to talk. Just little horsey sounds are coming out. So then again, everybody tried to see what is happening. And then I'll come to cut it short. We found out that my left vocal cord had been cut. The nerve of the left vocal cord had been cut. I'll just show you a picture. You'll understand what I mean. This is the surgery that I have. I still have that mark. I've put this picture so they can see better. My neck is cut from here to here. And this is how the vocal cord works, okay? There are two things which join together. When they join together, it's called oscillation. The voice comes out. So one of my vocal cords had got paralyzed. The nerve had got paralyzed. So it could not touch the other one. So there was no sound coming. Okay, so I come to know that I can't talk anymore. Literally, if I had to call somebody, I had to clap my hands or I had to ring the bell, or, my life had literally come to an end. So that is the time I thought, oh my God, now what is going to happen? But see, this is when the miracle comes in. You can understand, right, that I'm talking right now fluently, perfectly, without any problem. So this is the miracle that I want you all to believe, which can happen with you too, So my friend came to visit me from Chennai that time, and she obviously I showed all the doctors possible in Calcutta. I'm from Calcutta. Somebody had come from America. He gave me some exercises and stuff like that. He said, no, your voice now to come back, maybe slight whispers, stuff like that. And then my friend comes to visit me from Chennai, and obviously she's devastated. And while going back, see how the universe conspires. While going back, she had sardi khansi tha unko, So she burst a tympanic membrane. Her ear started paining. she had a problem in a ear. So in Chennai, she went around finding an ENT and she found Dr. Mohan Kameshwaram. And he was just near his house. That's why she didn't go. "Ek kaan mein dard hai, theek hai." And he turned out to be a Padma Shri, a doctor of another level, right? So she just started gossiping with him. And he told her, "Why don't you get your friend over? Who said that nothing can be done? Why don't we give it a shot? Get your friend over here, call her here." So my friend called me and instantly we went to Chennai, and the doctor waited till 10 o'clock. He said, "No, let her come from the airport directly." See, you never know who comes in the form, God comes in which form, you never know, you know. So the doctor was waiting for me, and the first thing he's blasted the hell out of me. He said, "Why are you roaming around like this, as if, you know, you're about to die? Ki aisa kya ho gaya?" You know, he first blasted me off. He said, "Of course, how do you know enough? Do you know?" He said the same thing, not in the same words, but nobody knows enough to be a pessimist. Do you know? How do you know your voice is going to come back, not come back, just because the Calcutta people have told you or whatever you've done? Maybe that's not enough. So he put me under Dr. Manohar. He has a big institute called MERF. And Dr. Manohar, trust me, without any medication, he just massaged my vocal cords for around 15 days and made it so mobile that the other one, this is stationary, right? Like I said, the nerve is cut, so it cannot be healed. A cut nerve cannot be rejoined. This has become so mobile that it goes and touches the other one and I can talk. This is how I'm talking right now. If this is not a miracle, what is a miracle? And if it can happen to me, why can't it happen to you? I'm no different. You are no different. The reason I go around talking so much is because I'd forgotten about this. You know, I'd taken this for granted. Obviously, my voice came back. I'm happy. I suddenly realized that I have taken a miracle for granted. I need to spread around. I need to tell people to believe. That is the reason I started this journey of gratitude. I manifested so many things with my positive thinking. I did certain techniques, which I'm going to share with you. So that is the time I started this journey of gratitude, that I need to spread my voice around. My voice is a miracle. I'm talking with one single vocal cord. It's not a, you know, it's not a story that I'm making up. It's there. In fact, when I went to Chennai, the first thing I thought the doctor would tell me is, no, aapka gala theek hi hai. But he said, no, your vocal cord is cut. It is cut, period. But there are other ways. So my point is, give yourself the possibility to believe. Give yourself that permission to grow rich. Give yourself the permission to be abundant and happy. It's fine. It's your birthright. Prosperity is your birthright. Absolutely. If you get, you will automatically give too. That goes without saying. The fact that Neetu ji has invited me over is proof enough that everybody follows gratitude, that everybody knows that in order to get, you have to give. Otherwise, this would not have been an opening session. I already give you all 100 and 100, all of you all who are attending, because the core is that if you give, like I said, because I got, I need to give now. I need to share. I need to share my voice. I need to tell you people that it is fine. Still believe. जितना भी problem हो रहा हो, आप एक अपने अड़े रहिए. आप positive रहिए. Miracles होते हैं. आपके साथ भी हो सकता है. जितना भी COVID हो, आप अपने आप को safe रखिए. अपने loved ones के लिए positive affirmations करिए. You know what our problem is? When somebody is in trouble, especially our loved ones or our family ones, हम लोग चिंता करते हैं. We think that we are doing a very good thing, that we are involved with the person, right? Obviously, मेरा बेटा problem में है तो मैं चिंता तो करूंगी ना. No, it is not correct, because thoughts become things. You will manifest wrong things for him. That is the time to talk opposite. You need to tell him, no, it's fine. Keep blessing him. Keep talking positive. Just ulta. Absolutely ulta. Supposing your health is bad, okay? Your leg is paining. You're not being able to do certain things. But fine, you're alive, right? So you can still be grateful. The fact that you can talk. I started being grateful after I realized that I could talk, something which I took so much for granted. So the fact that you're alive, the fact that you're on Zoom, the fact that you can move about is something you can be grateful for always. Don't take such things for granted. To be grateful, you don't need rocket science. You don't need big things. You need to be grateful for little things in life. You need to be grateful. So I keep telling people every day, make a gratitude list and find 2-3 gratitude triggers. Whenever you are in a negative space, instantly go back to the positive time, because the vibration you're giving out will manifest. The vibration you're giving out will manifest. You have to be careful. You have to be careful. Okay. So one of the, like I said, one of the techniques of getting the subconscious mind work for you, or a way of life, like I said, is positive affirmations. Okay. So there are these positive affirmations where you say, I am beautiful, I'm rich, I'm powerful, I'm charismatic, I'm healthy, I'm wise, a long list. I'll share all these things with Neetu ji also. I'm aligned to the frequency of abundance. I think if everybody just writes this down, in the red pen, I'm going to teach you all how to write the affirmations right now. Okay. But just remember, all positive affirmations have to be written in red, because red is the color of manifestation, red is the color of multiplication, red is the color of Lakshmi ji. Jab Diwali mein wo khata likhte hain, it's always hum log maybe write with red pen. She wears red because it's the color of manifestation. When you're feeling low, wear red, you will feel energetic automatically. So always, whatever is positive or something which you want to manifest, you write in red pen. Okay. The other thing is that you also need to release the negative things which are there in your mind, right? It is human nature. You cannot help it. Aap sochoge hi. Negative thoughts aayenge hi, right? So you have to do your release work. Now, release work is also a huge technique. And it's like a process where you write, I release all. In fact, if everybody can just write with your black pen, which I told you all, I release all that does not serve my highest good. I release all my worry, my tension. The key word is I release all negativity. I release all lower energies. I release all anxieties. Another very big thing is I release all the blocks to my abundance. There is a list which I've made. When I started jotting down, it came up to around 70. Yeah, like I'll share this list with you all. I jotted down 70 of them, 70, 75 of them, where, I release all laziness, I release all procrastination, I release all ill health, I release the necessity to be right, I release all blocks to love, I release all over attachment. So all the negative things that you want, you need to release. And that you do, you take a piece of paper, you write in black, I release all, whatever you want to release, whatever negativity you have in your mind, take a black pen, write that, tear it into lots of pieces, saying, I release, and then burn it. See, we human beings need visual aids, we need visual aids. So when you are burning that, visualize that all the negativity, all the strain, everything is getting burnt. So that is the process of release. And there are lots of other things to do, which can clean your environment. And there are 2 videos that I've made, which are very long, like each is 1.5 hours each. It is there in my Facebook page. I would really, really like you all to, go. Neetu ji will, of course, tell you all how to go about it. You all please see those videos so that you all can understand the entire process of release. It's a very big topic. Once you do your release, then you start with your positive affirmations. Minimum 21 days, do your release work. Release all the negativity, release all the stress, write in black pen. This is also repetition. Keep on and on and on every single day. Okay, so you all watch that. And but like I said, before you do your affirmations, you need to do your release work, because it's simple logic. You cannot give a confused vibration to the universe, right? And in one go, you're saying you're worried, and in the other, you're saying you're grateful. It's not possible. If you're grateful, you cannot be worried. They're 2 contrary emotions. So you need to give the emotion, the vibration only of gratitude, of happiness. So you need to do your release work first, and then you do your positive affirmations, whatever you want, right? Like, I am powerful, I am abundant. Before that, 21 days, release all these negativity. So one way of doing positive, which I really want you all to see this video. So the 2 of them. So after you've done your release work, Now, like I said, positive affirmations can be done like I am healthy, wealthy, wise. I am healthy, wealthy, wise is one of the oldest affirmations that we all do. We don't know it's an affirmation, but actually it takes care of everything. You are healthy, you're wealthy, as well as you're wise, right? So that is a very, very powerful affirmation. There are a whole list of affirmations that I've made also. I'll just show you all some. These are some of the money affirmations. I am a money magnet. I am worthy of endlessly increasing my income. I love myself. Money flows to me in unexpected ways. I am taking all the right actions right now. I am attuned to wealth. I am in the pink of health. I am slim and sexy. I am a healthy eater always. I am the master of my thoughts. I am a brilliant communicator. So these are just general lists I've made, which I will share with you all, which are uploaded in my Facebook page. You all can refer to it, see what you all relate to. Okay, so the one way of writing is this, where you affirm and you keep repeating and you imprint that in your subconscious mind. Choose what you want right now and just repeat that and do it before you sleep so that it seeps into your subconscious mind. Another technique which I'm going to teach you all today is called locking the affirmation. It's a very beautiful technique. I'll just show you an example. So my elder son is in the US, and after he finished his graduation, he got a job in PricewaterhouseCoopers, and he's a consultant there. Okay, but like after his student STEM extension, his STEM expired, he needed his H-1B visa. Okay. So, like I said, the way to write affirmation, this is a special technique which I'm teaching y'all, where if you have something very, very specific, this is not like the general affirmations that I said about I am. This is when you want something very, very specific. Okay. So this is called the locking technique. So supposing you take a page, everybody just take a screenshot. I'll anyway upload this on my Facebook page, but if you take a screenshot, it will be good. So like positive affirmations have to be written in red, number one. Number two, always write thank you thrice. There's some magic about thank you, about the number three, man, woman, child, Ganga, Jamuna, Saraswati, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, the Holy Trinity, life, death, birth, everything is around three. Okay. So always when you're thanking somebody, when you're writing your affirmations, always say thank you, thank you, thank you thrice. There's some magic in that. There's some kind of power in that. So in the page on top, you need to write thank you, thank you, thank you thrice. Okay. And then your main wish, like I said, this method of doing your affirmation is only when you have a very, very specific wish that you want to fulfill. It is not a general affirmation. For general affirmations, I repeat, I've already told you all about the I am affirmations or whatever, which you keep on repeating. Okay. Another thing, you can write them also. You can write those general affirmations down as well. But this is when you want a specific wish. Like I wanted my son to get his H-1B visa for America. Okay, he had finished his college, he was doing his job, and his H-1B visa was needed. And in his first, usually in America, they get 3 chances. Because he's an engineer, he was getting 3 chances. First lottery mein nahi hua. It's a lottery system, by the way. First mein nahi hua, second mein nahi hua, third mein nahi hua. Okay? And then, this is how, again, another miracle which has happened. In the third chance, there was just a clause that if at all there is a vacancy, we'll consider you again. And he got his visa in a 3.5 chance. In the third chance ka bhi one sub part. And he just got his American H-1B visa. That didn't require to be stamped too. Mani usko India bhi nahi aana pada usko stamp karne. Right now he's working in PricewaterhouseCoopers in Manhattan, New York. Okay. So I kept on doing these affirmations. I kept on locking my affirmations. I kept on doing it for months. After 21 days, people ask, 21 days ho gaya, kuch nahi hua. No, it is about the discipline. It is about your faith. It is about your belief that you go on and on and on. Something which is You know, some of the problems are in your subconscious mind. How will they go away just in 21 days? 21 days is bare minimum to form one small positive thought pattern. 21 days of release work is minimum just to release one small negativity, because it has gone into your subconscious mind, right? So if you are doing this, supposing you want a job for your daughter, or you want your son to get admission somewhere, or you want some money block which has happened, something which is very, very specific. Okay, so this is one good way. You write the main wish in the center and then you lock it. This is called locking in a red circle. So you write the thing in the center and you lock it. On top, you write thank you, thank you, thank you. And what I have done is I always start the sentence with thank you, thank you, thank you for granting Devansh's H-1B visa now, with an exclamation mark. In your positive affirmations, please use exclamation word. What is exclamation mark? You're declaring to the universe. It's a statement. In your release work, when you're writing in black, please use a full stop. Ab ye khatam ho gaya, the matter is over. There's a full stop. While in the affirmations, you write an exclamation mark. Okay. So the main wish you lock in the center, and all around you write things about that particular wish itself. Supposing you're looking for a job for your daughter, what happens if she gets the job? The kind of confidence that she will get, the prosperity she will get, the kind of friends she will make, you know, say thank you for that in advance. The trick here is to say thank you in advance, as if this wish has already been fulfilled. This is my throat. Okay, so write what you can be thankful. You know, your affirmations always have to be in the present positive, as if wo cheez ho gaya hai. You know, a good way to test is when your wish has been fulfilled, you cannot make out whether you wrote it before or after. I can't make out whether I wrote this before his H-1B visa or after his H-1B visa, when I was thankful. So you're tricking the universe. You're tricking the subconscious mind. You are activating the law of attraction, because the vibration you're giving out is one of gratitude. You are so grateful that your daughter has got the job. You're so grateful that my son has got the visa. You're so grateful that the money that was blocked has come. You're so grateful that your health is already okay. It doesn't need to be like that, okay? The point is that you're making believe, you're tricking the universe. You're tricking the universe. How? Because the vibration that you're giving out is one of gratitude. And then you will get more and more things to be grateful for. So the affirmations have to be written in the present sense. I used to thank America. Thank you, America, for supporting Devansh. Thank you, all the angels, for manifesting his wish. Thank you, universe. All the people, everybody I could think of, I kept on thanking them for months together. That thank you for the H-1B visa. Thank you for making Devansh so happy. Thank you for all the joy it brings him. Thank you for the prosperity. Thank you for the confidence. Thank you for the opportunities. Thank you, America. I used to thank the land. I used to thank the immigration officers. I used to thank everybody possible, imaginable, connected to that particular wish that I want. So I hope you've understood. What I mean is, lock the main wish in the center. Your subconscious mind will just attract that. It will just seep into your subconscious mind, the center wish. And around that, you need to write your emotions. You need to write what will happen if this wish gets fulfilled. See, it is not about writing facts, okay? It's about how emotionally you feel when you're writing it. You should write it with so much emotion, so much gratitude, make it as detailed as possible. That is the trick. That is the main thing that you have to understand, that it is about the emotion that you're writing. You have to feel that emotion overwhelmingly. And in the end, you can write amen with an exclamation mark, and so be it. मैं ये इंग्लिश में लिखी हूँ, जैसे तथास्तु बोलते हैं ना भगवान लोग, तथास्तु जो बोलते हैं, like so be it. So it has already fruitified, ये होने वाला है. And I always seal my affirmations with God's name. जैसे मैंने राम 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 लिखा है चारों तरफ. So my entire page has been sealed, has been shielded. You can write Sai, you can write Om, you can write whatever God you want. If you want, you can write Saint Michael, whatever religion, whatever you believe. because all religion are the same. I do not believe that religions are different. They're just different forms. Everything is the same. Everybody talks about gratitude, and everybody talks about being a good person and giving back to society. If you're a good person, you practice gratitude, life will go on. There's no issue, right? And you have to keep on and on with it. So, like I said, what I'm telling you may sound very simple, but actually it's not, because life goes on. Like Sadhguru says, life happens, life will happen, things will happen. But the point is, you release your negativity and you stick on, वो बोलते हैं ना, हंस बनो, खाली मोती चुनो. Make sure you take only the positive. आपको negative अपने पास आना ही नहीं है. You will not encourage that. Okay, so this is one way of locking your affirmation when you have something very, very specific. Everybody can use their own language. It doesn't depend, the language doesn't matter. It is the emotion that you're feeling when you're writing that. So just to sum up, number one, affirmation should be in red. Number two, always use an exclamation mark in the end. Number three, say as many thank yous as you can. It should come from the heart. Use 3 thank yous minimum. In the end, you say amen and so be it, whatever. You can seal it with your gods, whatever you want, so that you feel that, oh my God, this is the most beautiful, protected, shielded page, and it is going to manifest. Jaise socho hum koi courier order karte hain Amazon mein. We've ordered and we know it's going to come, right? We don't bother. We don't sit and stress, hoga, nahi hoga, kya hoga. We know we've ordered, it's going to come. Similarly, you send this order to the universe and it is going to come. Move around with that faith. Move around with that confidence. The alignment has to match. One very favorite quote of Abrahamics, again, it wasn't miracles, it was alignment. Your vibration has to match. Your vibration has to match. जो हम लोग बोलते हैं ना इतना जगह इसके साथ तो miracles हुआ, ये आदमी तो बहुत prosper कर रहा है, क्या ऐसा है, उसका thoughts वैसा है. You realize that many rich people go on getting richer and richer. Okay, and many poor people, they keep on having more and more problems. Why? Because the rich people are constantly thinking about money. They're constantly thinking about money. So by the law of attraction, they keep on getting more and more. While if you have poverty thoughts, you will keep on attracting more and more poverty. It is so simple. You see it everywhere. So you need to break that. You need to break that and remember that, no, I have to think positive in spite of the negative situation. And I have to be even further up, grateful for what I have. So friends, please make a gratitude list. Every morning, get up, start your day with a gratitude list. There's another thing I want to teach you all called Zebu symbol. Okay, I'm going to teach you all the Zebu symbol of receptivity. Receptivity is basically when you are ready to receive. जैसे शाहरुख खान ऐसे करता है ना, always उसका हाथ ऐसे रहता है, I'm ready to receive. That's why, as if you just get up and say, I'm ready to receive, universe. Just give it to me. I'm ready. Usually what happens, we don't feel we are worthy. We feel guilty about getting abundant, rich. हम लोग को ये भी बताया गया, no, तुम लालची हो. Money is the cause of evil. We've grown up with that mindset very often. So you feel guilty and you block your own abundance. No, prosperity is your birthright. Look at nature all around. God wants you to be happy and prosperous. Be ready to receive. Don't block your abundance. Be grateful. All that the universe is telling you is be grateful and I will make you prosper. Period. Look at the trees. They don't have one fruit, right? Bhara hua hai fruit se. Look at the air. Look at the water. Nature everywhere is telling you it's all about abundance. You are blocking your own abundance by getting worried, by having negative thoughts, by being jealous. Jealousy, anger. All these are negative vibration. They are lower energies. They are lower energies. You will activate wrong things. The law of attraction will give you more and more reasons to be jealous, more and more reasons to be, pathetic. So please be mindful of your thoughts. So I'm going to teach you about one Zebu symbol of receptivity, which I said receptivity basically is ready to receive. Okay. I think everybody take a screenshot and I'll also put it on the Facebook page. See, it's basically the sign has been envisioned as ऐसे हाथ उठा किया हुआ है, to the आसमान में कि please मैंने बरसा दो मेरे ऊपर सब. So basically Zebu symbol, Z-I-B-U, Zebu symbol. Please everybody draw this in red. This is a printout, so that's why it is black. But like I said, everything positive has to be in red. Never make this sign in black. I hope I'm clear here. Okay, so this is the symbol of receptivity. So use this with your affirmations. When you're saying, I'm a money magnet, I am abundant, I am, whatever your I am affirmations, you can draw it on top of that. You can write it on the side in this locking thing also. If you realize I have used this here, see, that Devansh is ready to receive, right? So use it with your affirmations. You can make a border out of it. You can make one big one in the center, however you want. This is a symbol of receptivity. So basically Zebu symbols are angel symbols. You know, I do a lot of things about angels also. I've studied in a convent. I'm totally happy with angels and fairies and all that. I believe in Hanumanji also. I believe in all the gods. Every single god, I just love them. All the cultures, all the religions, they're absolutely the same and they're beautiful, right? So in our culture, we have the Om, we have the swastik. It's all part of our culture, having symbols, working with symbols. So Zebu symbols are angel symbols. Basically, they're direct portals to the universe and they bring that energy. They're supposed to be open portals. So you use this with your affirmation. Draw it in the palm of your hand. See, I've drawn it here with red pen, that I am ready to receive. Whatever your mind is saying, that I want this, say, tell the universe that I am ready to receive. You can draw it in the palm of your hand. You can use it with your affirmations. आपके बच्चे को अगर कुछ चाहिए, आपका family में कुछ चाहिए, draw it in a piece of paper and stick it behind the photograph. You can take a printout and put it in your gate, in your door. You can put it in your, wallet, because it is the sign of receptivity. It is a symbol of receptivity. Draw it in the air. You can doodle it. So use it creatively, use it imaginatively, wherever you want. That is the symbol of receptivity. So, and like I said, use it with your affirmations. Okay, once I think it's going to be time. Okay, one last tip that I want to give you. One last tip I want to give you about writing affirmations is, 1 second. Note. If you can write, इसमें मैंने नहीं लिखा है, but if you can write the last line or at least 3 lines of your affirmations with your left hand. Okay, supposing you write with your right, use your righty, then write with your left hand. If you are lefty, write with your right hand. So what happens is, the right hand and the left hand and the brain is connected, right? How you write. So what happens is it activates the mind. It is a very, very focused, concentrated thing. So always write, try and write. If you have time, even write 1 full page, even better. Try and write your last 3 lines of affirmations with your left hand. You will realize that the kind of focus it takes or the time it takes, don't be distracted, please. You have to understand that when you're doing this, it is all about where your mind is. आप सोच कुछ रहे हो और लिख कुछ और रहे हो, तब वो काम नहीं करेगा. Because what we are giving out is most important, right? Like I said, it is all about the emotion. It is all about the emotion that is coming out. The subconscious mind only understands emotion. It is not a logical mind. It understands feelings. It understands emotions. It understands gratitude, and it works on that. That is the way it functions, okay? So use your left hand to write your last 3 lines. If you have the time and the luxury and the privilege, write 1 full page. Never mind. You will realize how much focus it takes and how much time it takes, and then your energy is very, very focused. Like the way we locked the affirmation to make it more focused, similarly, this will make it more intense, because everything is about intensity. Okay. So see, what I have told you all is basically very simple. It is about positive thinking, gratitude. So hum log sabko pata hai. It's no big deal. I haven't spoken of anything unusual. These are universal truths. These are universal truths that everybody knows. Yet we need to be reminded. Satsang क्यों जाते हैं? Satsang, सत लोगों का संग, because you need reminders. आदमी लोग को reminders चाहिए. उनको कोई, जैसे सोचिए आप एक ट्रैक पे जा रहे हैं, ठीक है? एवरेस्ट बेस कैंप जा रहे हैं, कहीं भी ट्रैक पे जा रहे हैं. मैं आपको खाली आके I give you 1 stick, okay? Your trek will be easier, right? आपको ही चलना है, जो पत्थर वत्थर आएंगे, जो प्रॉब्लम्स होगा वो अभी भी आएगा, but because you have the stick, you will get that support. So this positive thinking or this positivity is that stick in life. If you have that stick, life will be a little easier. The climb will be the same. You cannot change your life. Okay, what is going to happen is going to happen. But अगर आप ये positive thinking का stick लेके चलते हैं, gratitude का सहारा लेके चलते हैं, so life is simpler, life is little better, life is little easier. And right now, with the kind of situation there is, you have no other choice. जितना खराब situation हो, उतना आप लोग gratitude सोचिए, उतना list बनाइए, उतना positive affirmation करिए, world को heal करिए, खुद को करिए, अपने family को करिए. And Neetu ji understood the core of this thing. So she was so eager to make me the first speaker. So I already feel Indore, like I said, is very sorted because y'all have understood the core. Y'all have understood the core that we need the stick. Otherwise, ऐसे ही गिर रहे पड़ रहे फिर और गिर जाएंगे. At least ये सहारा तो है अपनों के पास. At least we have the stick of gratitude and positivity, which is unfailing. Which is unfailing. Absolutely. So I think my time is up, but I really want all of you all to check out the videos on release because like I said, अगर सोचो दूध फटा हुआ है, आप उसमें और जितना भी अच्छा दूध डालते रहे, दूध तो फटा हुआ ही रहेगा ना. So आपको release करना होगा पहले. Release all your negativity, release all your stress, and then start your positive affirmations. Write them down, say them, imprint them in your subconscious mind. Every time before you go to sleep, think of all the positive things. In fact, I'll just tell you this piece of trivia. I believe Einstein and all these geniuses, they always use the subconscious mind to, get ideas. It's called the idea generation machine. When you get into the alpha state, that is when you get ideas. हम लोग को, in fact, before sleeping, always question your subconscious. Throw it a question. Supposing you can't find anything. You just tell your subconscious mind before sleeping, I can't find this. When you get up in the morning, you'll see that Suddenly you get a brain wave. रात को याद आता है वो. बहुत commonly होता है ये हम लोग के साथ. Try it from now on. Before you sleep, give your problems to your subconscious mind and tell them, okay, fine, I'm going to sleep. You handle it. I need the answer in the morning. Period. After that, it's not your headache. But do it with faith. Do it with belief. Give yourself the possibility to believe. Allow that. Allow that. Because we are the ones who block ourselves. We are the ones who refuse to believe because our logical mind will suddenly get up. अच्छा, यहाँ पे तो इतना तबीयत खराब है और तुम बोल रहे हो कि अरे मैं healthy हूँ. What is this nonsense, right? So that is the time you have to tell your conscious mind that, okay, boss, you are just 5%. The other is 95%. So that is going to take care. My subconscious mind is going to work. Your logic is not needed right now. I'm dealing with higher powers. I'm dealing with the law of attraction. I'm dealing with the universe. So I don't need you. Have that faith. Have that belief. Use this stick in life. Life will be a little easier, little better. And now the last part is, I think I told everybody to keep that 11 rupees or 111 rupees, right? So basically 1111 is an angel number. I do a lot of things with angels also. So 111 is angel number. In fact, a lot of my passwords and stuff like that all have 111. Another thing, you all can make your DPs, your status, all that. Use those as triggers. Use those as gratitude triggers. Don't leave any opportunity. आपका मोबाइल का स्क्रीन सेवर में होना चाहिए ऐसा कि instantly you feel grateful. आपका slogans, WhatsApp slogans, everywhere use things which make you feel grateful, which instantly puts you back into that gratitude mode. There are 1,000 opportunities. Use all of them. Use these visual aids in the house. Make your house very abundant. It doesn't have to be expensive. Make it rich. Make it abundant. These are because that, the house reflects your personality. It reflects your mindset. Change that setting. Change that setting. So this 111, I want you all to donate to anybody who is needy. Absolutely your choice. It's not for me. It's basically energy exchange. Money is energy, okay? So it's basically an energy exchange. I want you all to donate it to somebody, whoever you all feel is needy. And just decree that energy, that good energy, जब हम लोग donate करते हैं ना, there's some good energy, good karma generate होता है. And that energy needs direction, otherwise it just gets dissipated, right? So give it direction that this should help Shivani ji and her family. Or rather, this is another way of giving blessings. Blessings are also energy. So always, one more thing I want to stress on, please do charity. And actually not charity, take responsibility. Charity, you feel very good. आज किया नहीं. Responsibility, सोचो कि मैं इसके लिए, supposing it's your servants, it's your whoever it is, and you're responsible, you have to keep on doing. तब लक्ष्मी अपने आप आएगी. There's this example I tell everybody that Vishnu ji लेटे हुए and Lakshmi ji खाली उन्हीं के पैर दबाती है because he takes responsibility. आप जिस दिन इस तरीके से सोचने लगोगे, you will automatically be abundant. So decree that money for my family. Please donate it. Keep on with your donations. Okay, and follow the path of gratitude. Do your positive affirmations. Lock your affirmations. Make red color your friend, and you are sorted. Thank you so much. I hope this was fulfilling and you learned and it helped you all.
Thank you so much, Shivani ji. Thank you. And we will take another 15 minutes because our chat box is flooded with questions.
Absolutely. I love questions.
So Anuba, oh great. Thank you so much. So I think Anuba and Rachna can take the questions, please.
Okay, Shivani ji, you have left us spellbound. Honestly.
Thank you so much.
One present here today would really agree with me how beautiful your talk was, and honestly, we don't want you to stop talking because it's giving us so much.
I can go on for hours. I'm so scared of the time.
we will still take more of you because we are now in past questions, and we'll still have that thing to hear you more. Rachna, please, let's together take up questions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shivani ji, you are awesome. Totally. So we have one first question from Reshma Dikshit. She wants to know how to speak affirmations mentally or loud.
No, you can see if you are alone and you want to say it aloud like a chant, it's perfectly fine. But if you do it mentally also constantly, it's okay. And like I said, you need to write too. Sit and write also. सबसे powerful होता है when we start writing too, because writing में एक type का focus चाहिए. So yeah, it's not necessary to say it loud. You can do it mentally. You can write. If you want, you can use it like a chant. No issue.
Okay, so Chairperson Meetu is also eagerly waiting to ask one question. She says, how many days we need to release?
Minimum 21 days. When I say minimum, I mean really minimum. After 21 days, again, if you tell me, mere ko to kuch nahi hua, that means first of all, you haven't done it well. You need to do it with emotion, with that, with that purpose that nahi, mera ye release ho raha hai, with that visualization. When you're tearing it and burning it, you need to visualize. Visualization, by the way, is a very, very powerful tool to manifest things, but that's a very different technique altogether. But this is part of that. You're seeing that fire, right? So 21 days minimum. After that, you start doing your positive affirmations, but still you need to keep on continuing your release work. Jab bhi kuch negative hota hai, you need to write because life goes on, right? It's non-stop. So 21 days minimum, but I would say never, all the time.
Okay, thank you.
So Ruchi Gupta wants to ask, how do we decide the affirmations that we put in our subconscious mind if they are good for us or not? As we know that everything is predestined and also whatever happens best for us. So how do we decide?
No. See, destiny is predestined. I feel, maybe life, death is. But otherwise, how you live your life is all depending on your karmas, how you're leading your life every day. So it depends whether you want to believe, whether you want to live happily, that is not destined. Whether you want to live with joy or whether you want to live grumbling or whether you want to live with anxiety and stress is your choice. That hasn't been predestined. So obviously when you're thinking of the affirmations, like I said, prosperity is your birthright. It's absolutely okay to be abundant. It's absolutely okay to want things, right? The only thing is that you need to give back to society as well. If you are getting, you need to give back. So whatever makes you feel good and it is not harming anybody else is a perfectly good affirmation. Okay. There is no harm there. And that is in your hand. That is in your hand. Because everyday life is not destined. Every day how you are living, the way of life is your choice. Your choice, absolutely.
Okay, so we have one question from Dr. Namrata Agrawal. She wants to know, can we have more than one affirmation?
Yeah, absolutely. See, when the locking system I talk to you all about, there I'm talking of one affirmation because it is something very focused and specific that you want. I'm not telling you to do that always. That is only when you want something so specific. Otherwise, there can be 1,000 affirmations, 100 affirmations. Just generally, you can go on and on positive bolte jao. We want so many things. How can it be one? That is human nature. We want everything and it's fine. It's totally fine. So just keep on and on. It's basically usually about health, relationship, money. 3 चीज होता है जो हम लोग को सबको चाहिए. तो ये 3 चीज को लेके affirmations करिए. तीनों चीज को लेके करिए.
So in continuation with this, like one of my members wants to know, Priya Bhenani, do we write it only once a day? The affirmation?
When you're writing once a day, supposing you write it minimum 21 times or minimum 108 times, you know, you keep on writing. So if you write it once in the morning, write 108 times, start with that, you know, and then you go on and dhire dhire you'll get used to it. You'll start doing it mentally also. It becomes a part of your habit that before you're sleeping, you are doing your positive affirmations, giving it to the subconscious mind. When you get up, you are doing your gratitude. You are saying, I'm ready to receive. You thank the universe. दिन में आप कभी भी release work करते रहो. So it becomes a way of life. That constantly your mind is doing things. You're not wasting time. So once a day is fine. If you feel the need, you can do it twice a day. Like you can do it once mentally, once you can write it down. So, you know, जहां जितना आप करेंगे उतना ही benefit होगा because आपका energy वहीं जा रहा है. जितना आप करेंगे. It's all about repetition, like I said, imprinting through repetition. So the more you repeat it, the better. But in the beginning, what happens is we all start with a lot of enthusiasm and after some time we give it up. Again, we forget. Again, somebody needs to remind you that, okay, are you doing your gratitude list? Are you doing your affirmations? So the consistency and discipline is the main thing. People who manifest have discipline in their life. They keep on and they believe. More than discipline, they believe that it can happen. वो belief रखे. Have I answered that question? I spoke too much.
To take this forward, another member is asking that how you said that affirmations have to be during sleeping time. So is there a time for the release also? Or it can happen anytime?
No, release can happen anytime during the day when you feel it's free. Usually what I feel the best routine to follow is in the morning you get up and you do your gratitude list. Gratitude list, you don't write in black, please. Anything which is positive, don't write in black. So every day count your blessings. जब हम लोग बोलते हैं ना, count your blessing literally 1, 2, 3, 4 करके count what things you can be grateful for. Then in the day you do your release work, and at night before you sleep, you do your positive affirmations which you want to give to the subconscious mind. Otherwise, you can do it anytime in the day also. The affirmations, because when you're writing it, you need to do it before, right? You can't do it 3 minutes before you sleep. That is mental. Otherwise, in the day, you do it. Yeah, release work you can do anytime. Actually, you know what? Everybody should find their own routine. Don't they make this a headache? It should be something which comes naturally in your routine because it should be a part of your life. There is no structure here. Just try to understand the core of what I'm saying, then make your own routine as per your, you know, your schedule. It should not become a burden जो आप थोड़ा दिन करे फिर छोड़ दिए कि अरे ये तो बकवास है. No, make it a part of your life. Understand, and there's nothing called right and wrong. Everything is subjective, right? Find your moments when you are at peace, when your husband is not there, when the children are not there. That time you do your affirmations. So make your own routine. Find your place. Find your timings.
So we have this question from our treasurer, Kavita Gupta. She says, when in this difficult time, we are losing very near dear to us and that do not go out of our mind. So we are even not able to believe that. What to do? These affirmations only can be written or be verbal.
No, see, let me tell you something. I have experienced very, very deep pain myself. Even I have lost somebody who is very, very dear to me at a very, very young age. I know exactly what you're talking about, how painful that is and how difficult it is to survive and not think. But you know, that time what I feel you need to do is just feel grateful that this person was there for so long. Itne din the, jitne din wo the, that time he gave so much joy, or the kind of thing, the memories that you have that time, feel grateful for that. And just, you know, many times we feel very angry with God also, that why did such a thing happen? Right now, especially during the COVID time, we feel very confused. We're very confused. but then there's no way out. God did not promise immortality to us, right? वो तो कभी नहीं बोले थे कि everybody will be there for a lifetime. So I usually believe, like the way I like to think and way I draw pieces, I believe that they have become angels and they are always there with us. They are blessing us, they're taking care of us, they are part of us. It's just that their form has changed. So of course you keep on doing your affirmations, bless them, thank them, make them a part of your life in whatever form they are. Imagine them to be beautiful angels who are always there to protect you. That will make things easier, because somewhere you need to assimilate this loss, right? I understand that.
Okay.
Okay, one more thing. The affirmations can be written in a diary. You don't need to tear them. You can make a diary, everybody make a diary. You can write your affirmations. While the release work, the negative things have to be told. You don't leave that.
Okay, so you already answered. 3 people asked that question.
Yeah.
Yes. Then another member is asking that she's saying that she's generally a positive person, but at times negative thoughts come to her mind. And how can she, because once I start thinking at times, though I know it's not right, still not able to switch over, keep feeling guilty about thinking negative.
So this is the time when you need to be kind to yourself. You have to understand that, okay, I'm a human being. I can get negative thoughts. It's okay. It will pass away. Don't beat yourself for it. अरे मेरे को negative नहीं सोचना है, मेरे को negative नहीं सोचना है, मैं गलत कर रही हूँ, तो वो और negative होते जाएगा. Think, okay, fine. It's negative. It will go away. It's temporary. Step back. Detach yourself. Be kind to yourself. Understand that this will just go away. It's absolutely normal. And one very good way here is, like I said, find those gratitude triggers. For many people, just listening to good music just changes their mindset. Many people just music sunte, they feel very nice. So find those many people, when you go for a walk, your mindset changes. You start feeling less negative, right? You are in the midst of nature. So identify that thing which kind of just reverses your mind, and do that right away, and understand it's okay. Don't be severe with yourself. Forgive yourself. You're human. It's fine. Be kind to yourself. You need to look in the mirror every day and say, I love you. I'm so, so proud of you. I know you're so, so brave. Please, first of all, love yourself. Stop beating yourself. You are perfect as it is. You are most loved. You are most perfect. Remember that. And it's okay to have negative thoughts. It will go away. Aata hai, jata hai. That's the way it is.
Yeah. So we have one more question. Where do you keep your affirmation letter? Also, once it is fulfilled, what do you do with that letter?
Like the letter or the diary that you're writing, right? So I have pages and pages, diaries and diaries where I have written all my affirmations. So like if it's nothing too personal, you can give it to the Moody wala to make thonga. Or like if it's something very personal and you blocked it and all, you can burn it. Burn it, not for the intention of release, but thanking the universe. Thank you for manifesting this wish of mine. So the intention is very important. Don't confuse here, because I'm telling you that the negative things have to be burnt, right? But there the intention is release. I release. Well, here the intention is thank you for manifesting. Or if it hasn't got manifested and your diaries are filling up, you can shred it, throw it, anything, that doesn't matter. But always say a thank you. Always say thank you 3 times, like I have brought you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay, so this is a very good question. Aparna ji is asking, what is the impact of dreams on the subconscious mind?
See, dreams, basically, if you realize many times in dreams, there are many different kind of dreams. Like geniuses, what they did is they used the subconscious mind to get answers to things in their dreams. Einstein, I believe, he used to take a ball, leave a iron ball, and sit in the rocking chair and rock like that and go off to sleep with a question. He threw a question to the subconscious mind, and then he used to go off to sleep. और जब उनको नींद आ जाता था, the iron ball used to fall in the ground and he used to suddenly get up and he had the answer. So he got the answer in his dream, right? So there are these geniuses who get answers in their dreams. What we do is we often think of all the situations that have happened and we assimilate that, and that becomes our dream, right? So that is why it is very necessary that those 5 minutes or those 10 minutes before you sleep, You don't watch any horror movies. You don't watch murder mysteries. You use it very positive things with your affirmations, listening to meditative music. Then your dreams and your subconscious mind also attunes to that. Otherwise, it'll get stuck. So dreams are basically what you put in your subconscious mind, and it's like a whole confusion. So if you know how to train your subconscious mind, you will get answers, and you will get a whole lot of, how do you think inventions happen? Because they dream about it. They give that possibility. They activate the subconscious mind. There must be visualization techniques. There are a whole lot of techniques for that. So dreams can be controlled. Controlled is a very strong word. I would not like to use that. I take that back. But you can make your dreams good or better by just moduling that half an hour before you sleep.
So I think we'll take the last question. Our member wants to know, it is said that whatever we take from universe, we have to give something back. Is it true?
Absolutely. That is my best question. I've already awarded, huh? Absolutely. If you give, you bolte na, give and take. You never say take and give. Do we say take and give? No, you always say give and take. Why? You have to give in order to get. You have to give in order to get. आपको अगर इतना मिला है तो आपको देना ही पड़ेगा to society, to everybody else. It is your duty. Otherwise, things will not, the balance will go away. You have to understand everything is energy. Everything is about balance. If you give, you will get. उसमें डरो मत, एकदम lion hearted बनो. आप देखे तो देखो, देखिए कैसे miracles होता है. दो कि मैं, I don't feel scared. The universe is going to take care of me. And when you give, don't give with attitude. ऐसा देना चाहिए ना that the right hand doesn't know the left hand. बोलते हैं ना? Don't give it with attitude. You're not doing charity. You're not doing a favor. Understood what you have is not given. It is given by God. You are nobody. So don't do it with attitude. एहसान मत जताइए. अगर किसी को देते हैं तो उसमें थोड़ा विनम्रता रखिए. You have to understand that you can't have an attitude while giving. That is where we go wrong. कि इतना दे रहे हैं फिर भी क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? Because some way or the other, you are pressurizing that other person. Be humble. Understand. I attended this Bhagavad Gita for 7 days, like without so much focus of Professor Prema Pandurang. You cannot imagine how that impacted my life. She was the one who said, don't do charity, take responsibility. Give, and give with responsibility, because it's your duty, not because you're doing anything great. It is your duty. Yes, like I said, you have to give in order to get back. That is the basic law of attraction also. So 100 points to this question.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so everybody is now going to say thank you 3 times.
That's the reason.
Yeah, of course.
And you have put a smile on each one's face, which was so
happy.
Which was so missing. Yes.
Yeah, everybody has now a stick, for support. Remember that.
Yes. So we are looking forward to the link to your Facebook page so that we can all follow you. And then
I really want you all to see those 2 videos called Release and Transmuting Negativity. In that, I've even spoken of how you can harvest the moon energy to release and manifest. It's beautiful. It's like a huge topic in itself. Please go ahead, and I'm most eager to get all the questions. I'm always there to help. I want everybody to feel rich and abundant and happy and beautiful. And just remember, Shivani ji spoke for 1 hour with 1 vocal cord. So it can happen with you too. Y'all too can manifest miracles.
So the first winner you already announced. Would you like to, do you remember which question was like deserves?
The second one?
Yes.
I think all of them were pretty intelligent. We'll have to choose one more. So I think I would say the one who said that if you lose somebody, how do you do affirmations? How do you feel?
Right.
I think that is something which everybody is grappling with, and I understand that person, and I want to say that it's okay. Just understand whoever's gone is very, very happy, is very, very safe. That person is an angel now, and he's blessing all of us, and he has superpowers. Feel very, very happy and proud, of that person. But I understand your pain, and I pray to God that you get that conviction that that person, if that person is happy, you are happy, right? हम लोग बोलते हैं ना अपने बच्चे खुश हैं तो हम लोग खुश हैं, हम लोग को और कुछ नहीं चाहिए. Please understand that that person is very, very happy, very safe. He has no problems. That is the only comfort that you can get.
Right.
Shivani ji, you made our treasurer smile. Kavita Gupta, it was from her.
Thank you.
Yes. So taking the session forward, thank you each one to come forward with your such brilliant questions. That has cleared our minds also more. And thank you, Shivani ji, for answering each one of them with such sincerity and conviction.
Thank you so much. My pleasure.
So after this wonderful interaction, I would like to invite Senior Vice Chair, Ms. Payal Agrawal, to please come forward to announce the winners for today's punctuality giveaway contest and to also give the vote of thanks. Over to you, Payal.
Thank you, Anubha. Shivani ji, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes,
I'm
welcome.
speechless. I'm absolutely speechless. I think I cannot proceed further unless each one of us give you a big round of applause.
Thank you so
Can
much.
I
I'm
keep all
humbled.
the hands up in the air for Shivani ji?
Thank you so much.
It gives me, Payal Agarwal, Senior Vice Chairperson, Flow Indore Chapter, immense pleasure in proposing my formal vote of thanks. Life is only as good as you make it. Words fall short to describe how mesmerized you have left us to accept that the only way to attain true happiness is by practicing gratitude, contentment, and by sharing. Thank you for sharing all your learnings and experiences with us today. It will indeed help us spread positivity and faith within ourselves and our surroundings. And I guess our members are eagerly waiting for the punctuality lucky dip now. So here is the bowl. So I'll be taking out 3 names. Oh, so our first winner is Ankita Hemnani. Ankita Hemnani is our first winner for our punctuality. Do we have Ankita with us?
Ankita Hemnani, can you please raise your hand?
Yeah, she's there.
She's there?
Okay, she's there. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Congratulations, Ankita.
And our second winner for today is Abha Jajodia. Abha, are you there?
Yes, she's there.
Great. And now the third and the final winner for today, Megha Sood. Megha Sood, are you there?
So Megha has won 2 prizes today.
Yes,
Wow.
she's there. Yes, she's there.
Here? Okay, great. So congratulations to all the winners. Your gifts will soon reach your doorstep, and do not forget to take a click and tag FICCI Flow Indore on social media once they reach you. Moving on, I'm hopeful that we all will appreciate and show gratitude for the abundance the universe has showered on us and our families. Many, many thanks to Rachna Mittal and Archana Agarwal for connecting us to Ms. Shivani ji. Her words inspire us to believe in the magic of a benevolent universe, in angels, in energy, in miracles. A big thank you to our patron sponsor, Mrs. Archana Agarwal, Timeless Jewelry by Archana Agarwal, Delhi. Our gold sponsors, Blue Threads by Neha Bhargav, Stylish Menswear Styling Men, DigiPerform Digital Marketing Training by Devika Madok, Dimensions Furniture and Lifestyle Store, adding panache to your living Indore. Our silver sponsors, Libra Biotech by Ragini Shirali, Anusha Couture by Anusha Jaisinghania, Lavanya by Anju Bidasaria, Gunjan Creations by Gunjan Bhargav, Crown Rice by Aarti Marwa Ludhiana. Creative and digital partners, The Imaging Ray Studio, skincare and gifting partner, Kimerica, travel partner, CTC by Sheena Kasliwal, photography partner, I Wonder Years by Bhavisha Kothari, beauty partner, Mansi Beauty Parlor by Unnati Singh, our social initiative partner, Robin Hood Army, education and learning partner, Daily College Business School, emotional and well-being partner, Atma Prakash by Pratna Sharma. A big thank you to the press for covering Flow events wonderfully. Last but not the least, our team who has worked to the best of their abilities in ensuring a grand success for today's event. Kudos to you all. Time to sign off. Once again, I thank our enthusiastic Flow members for being so supportive even in such times. Please remember, this too shall pass. Until then, we shall stay stronger together. This is me, Payal Agarwal. Until we meet next time. Till then, goodbye. Stay safe, stay home. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.